Elevate your home's curb appeal with the help of a team that's been around for more than 60 years. Angela Quinteros, Marketing Manager of Midwest Construction, is here for Home Refresh Week. And you really can all do it all for our home to refresh it. Tell us what we should look for in a home exterior company.
Well, with home exteriors, it's so important to find the best company that suits you. So you need to have all those boxes checked. And it is an expensive project. And so with that, you want to make sure that you find the right exterior home remodeling company that can do everything. And so those are the things that you need to look for. So those things are, you want to Google that company to make sure they actually show up and exist.
Okay.
But then that you want to find that they have a website. And a credible company is going to have a nice layout for a website, as well as you want to kind of browse around on that website and look for pictures. And so any exterior home remodeling company is proud to show what they have done for their customers. And so if they are selling windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, you want to make sure that they have all of those laid out with pictures to show consumers, as well as you want to make sure that they have reviews on that website. And going through that and kind of looking at testimonials, reviews of what customers have to say about their company is really great. But then I want you to get off of that website and I want you to go to Google reviews, because those are really important for anybody to look at. Look at the 5-star reviews, but also you want to look at those 1, 2, and 3s and see why a customer had put those on there, and then what did that company do to make that okay with the customer. And those are really important things. Also going to BBB, see if they're an accredited company, as well as BBB has reviews on there as well. So those are really good checkpoints to look for. Then you want to go to that actual company and see if they are licensed, bonded, and insured. You also want to talk to them about permits, because sometimes some companies will have the homeowner look for their own permits, or other companies will go out and get those permits to do the project. So that's a good thing.
That's all good to know. And those reviews, like you mentioned, you all have great testimonials on your site. You've been doing this for more than 60 years.
Yes, we have. So this is our 67th year. Alex Despinez, which you probably hear on our commercials, we always talk about our father, our grandfather. But there was also Ethel, his wife, and she stood next to him. And he had a vision. The vision was, so he worked in the industry, and he just saw that there was a lack and there was a need. And so he thought if he could fulfill that need, the exterior remodeling companies would grow. And so that's what he did. And so he went out to look for the best products to give to our customers, but also learning the best ways to install that product. And so he has taught his children that, and now they've taught us that, and we're always evolving and changing and always trying to find the best products out there to serve our community, as well as evolve in installation.
So you're part of this third generation. I love that.
Yes.
Talk to us about the trends that you're seeing in home exterior, starting with siding. You were telling me that's really a great place to start for upping the home curb appeal.
Yeah, so with siding, it's crazy because it's a huge contrast. So if you had a color chip, you've got the light and the dark, and we have immediately X'd out the center, and we're going for either light to white siding trends or the moody dark siding trends. And with that, what we're seeing is we're either doing monochromatic, so we're doing white on white on white, and we're using textures, lap siding, which is horizontal, also board and bat, which is your vertical, mixing it with shake as well as stone. And then we also are doing the same with the dark moody tones. Then what they're doing with windows and doors, they're contrasting that and using those as accent pieces. So it really does like a color block.
And looking at those pictures, that looks so beautiful, projects you've done, and it gets us really inspired for updating our home, especially the siding.
Yes, yeah. And we've noticed that the farmhouse vibe is kind of starting to trend the other way, and we're pulling towards more of a modernized look. And I tell you, curb appeal is everything. It really makes that home pop.
Thank you so much. And for